I'd like to congratulate Minnesota on a great season. They're really good, really tough. They made it hard for us in every game. Very proud of our team for how we hung together at the end of each set. It's one of the things that we've been trying to fight through and become good at, and we're getting better at it. That's awesome. Congratulations to you too. It's great to get to this level. You played great. That's all I got to say.
Questions for the student athletes?
Carly, just talk about the game.
Okay, so it was. We knew coming in it was going to be a tough match, and Minnesota has a different style of play than we're used to. They're very good at seeing the court and making shots. So we had to prepare ourselves for that, and I think we did a really good job. We watched a lot of film. We studied their hitters, and so I'm proud of my teammates because we came in and we made the adjustments that we want to make, and they got some really great points as well. They were going to score, and we knew that, but we did a good job moving on to the next one, and I think that's why we won, because we knew they were going to get their points, but we stayed tough and found a way to get our points as well. So.
Minnesota could never really take advantage. They took a couple of leads, but could never really grab that momentum. How did you guys keep the momentum going for yourselves?
Well, at the beginning of the game, we talked about just finding a way to win. They're a very atypical team. They're a really good team. They do a lot of stuff we're not used to seeing, and we worked our system to defend what they usually do, and they did a really good job of finding holes in that, but we just kept finding a way and stopping them, and that's why we were successful.
And when we did score a point, we emphasized celebrating and creating our own energy and just staying together as a unit. So.
We've been trying to play without errors better. Early in the season, we made a lot of what we call non-attacking errors, service errors, reception errors, nets, that kind of thing. And I thought we've been getting better and better at it, just being aware of it. It helps us have better flow when we play, because our setters, I think, really good, and we have good hitters, and we can get a good flow to our game. But when we interrupted, I thought it hurt us in game 2, because we really interrupted our flow. We had 3 or 4 nets. We served the ball out. We had a reception error. Had 7 non-hitting errors in that game, and I thought it was critical. And I think we did a better job in the last game.
If you talk about Carly and Brittany's performance, 11 kills each and only 2 errors, like you said.
Yeah, if you and I tried that, it wouldn't work that way. I'm sorry, I don't know how good you are. If I tried that, it wouldn't work that way with that few errors. They both hate to make errors. In practice we can work on it, coaches can help, but it's just, in these two, it's in their nature. They don't like to do it. And so we have to constantly remind them to take more risks. And I thought we started out a little bit trying not to make errors in bad, tough plays. But they don't like to make them, and so they build their skill around setting things up so that they don't make errors, and they're great at it. It's been fun to watch Carly for 4 years do that, hit over 400 every year, and Brittany is getting better and better at the aggressive part of not making errors as well, and it's really just fun to watch them.
Anything else?
Could you preview the matchup tomorrow? It's kind of a classic volleyball matchup.
We played them a few times. We played them a few times. And yes, I do remember the 2 years in a row that they beat us in the finals. Great teams. Penn State has things that they're known for. I mean, they have a great coach, obviously. I know them pretty well. They fight for everything. They play hard. They're tough. They usually serve really well. Their setter's obviously a key. She's the best server in the country, probably. Just when the things that we're working on are the things that have to happen tomorrow in terms of going to the next play and saying whatever on the last one and just going forward, because they can make you look bad for a moment. I think we can too, and so we're going to have to fight through tough moments, but they're going to have to as well, I would imagine. So one of the things that we talk about in our program is the opportunity to see how good you are, the opportunity to see how good your team is anyway. And if you play, in a great setting, for something like going to the Final Four against a great team that's well coached, what more could you want to put up against yourself to say, how good are we? And I know that how much it excites them to think about having that happen that way and what they're going to look forward to tomorrow.